Welcome to Every Album Ever with Mike and Alex. My name is Michael Mansour, and I'm joined, as always, by my oddly wearing a country music t-shirt co-host Alexander Volz. Say hello.
Yeah, this episode's for all my jack-off freaks, and if you believe in having sex, let me hear you say yeah.
Yeah. This is Every Album Ever, the podcast where we listen to every single album in the world, one artist at a time. And today is a unhistorical moment.
It's a very special episode.
16, yeah, because we're children.
We're children.
We're 13-year-olds.
If you didn't think we weren't going to do something special for episode 69.
What's episode 69, Alex?
It is Two Live Crew.
It show is. And before we get into oh my God, before we get into any of that, if you'd like to support us, please subscribe on youtube.com/everyalbumever, Apple Podcasts, Spotify. Leave a 5-star rating, review, comments, share, tell a friend, all that good stuff. You can follow me on Instagram at Pope Jesse Ventura and Alex
at Mother Puncher.
And you can also check out the Spotify playlist on Two Live Crew that we've put together. You should find a link in the description of wherever you're listening or watching. We got playlists associated with pretty much every episode. And you can find them all at everyalbumever.com. And last but not least, if you'd like to join the Patreon for bonus episodes, early access to certain episodes, other perks that I'll go into with more detail in like the next coming weeks, that will be fun for people. You know, you can do that at patreon.com/everyalbumever. Do not feel obligated. We still do our bullshit thing here, but there is fun as well. Okay, plugs done. Also, you can email us if you want. everyalbumever@gmail.com. Suggestions, you know, we have a fucking huge backlog of suggestions, so we compile them all. We have this massive list, and all the ones that have been suggested, they are highlighted with that person's name. So we will get to it. Maybe not this year or the next 10 years, but we will get to it.
We will get to it
at some point.
Pretty soon the schedule's just going to be nothing.
I know.
Nothing but requests.
I know. Okay. Actually, no, one last plug for the Patreon. If you want to jump the line for requests, there is a tier for that. It's the $10 a month tier. We had one person cash in on that, so we're going to be doing that pretty shortly. That's just if you're dying for some reason to hear us talk about a specific band. Otherwise, you know, a standard email is fine. Okay. The Two Live Crew.
Yes, which I think they're just Two Live Crew. I don't know why Apple Music.
No, they're the Two Live Crew.
Oh,
it's on, and it's on like the cover of every album. It's like they say it in the songs. It sounds weird to me. I don't like saying the. It's like the Mars Volta. Like it just bothers me. It seems like there shouldn't be a the there.
Yeah, it's always been Two Live Crew to me. But looking at the albums, yeah, you're right. Yeah, what started off as a joke, because I'm like, it's episode 69. We have to do the most like overt sexual controversial groups ever.
Yeah.
And then it turned into this like crazy, like the more I started reading about the dudes, the more specifically Luther Campbell.
How would I know him? Which voice is he?
I don't really know how to tell them apart in the songs. Yes, but he's like the main producer. He founded like the record label. He was kind of like the guiding voice in Two Live Crew. So the more I got into it, the more I was like, holy shit, this guy's the Larry Flint of hip hop.
And for the whitest guy in the room, me, what does that mean?
So
you're the whitest guy in the room, but I just say that because I have no idea what that means.
So there may be people who are disgusted with these men's careers, and sure, they're vulgar, possibly offensive, but they paved the way for free speech. Like, I wore the Wheeler shirt because there's no Wheeler without Two Live Crew.
Oddly enough,
and like it's so crazy. All the like first they had like one of the rappers, Fresh Kid Ice, first like popular Asian rapper. Like it's, and then first hip hop record label in the South. Luther Campbell claims he came up with the parental advisory sticker and the IRAA stole it from him and didn't even.
That's a bold claim.
Well,
that is a bold claim.
I believe him though, because I forget which one. We'll get to it. I have it in my notes. They were the first group to feature that parental advisory sticker.
Interesting.
And yeah, it's just like Two Live Crew did all this shit and no one really talks about it, and it's upsetting. And I'm definitely gonna read Luther Campbell's book one day after all this, because for some reason I need more.
You need more. You with Two Live Crew was me with Emperor and Black Metal.
I was gonna say that.
I started reading about it like even more afterward.
And it's amazing. The thing that like kind of opened my eyes is Roy Wood Jr. has this joke on This Is Not Happening when he like ran into Two Live Crew when he was in college, just talking about, you know, what a revelation it was for him. It's a really funny joke. And yeah, he like lays out all this like stuff Two Live Crew did. And, you know, they went to court and fought for, you know, their free speech. And we'll talk about all the craziness that ensued.
Like, I didn't do very much reading for this band, but even listening to the albums, like, oh, this must have happened based on the way this album sounds.
Yeah.
Oh, I guess this happened because this is how this album sounds.
Yeah, they addressed it, and, you know, they also came up with the term doo-doo brown, so.
Poets.
Yes.
So, went in pretty much blind, aside from knowing Hoochie Mama from Friday, which isn't even on any album.
No, it was like, I think specifically for Friday or some soundtrack.
I think it was Friday.
Yeah.
I believe it was Friday. Man, hearing all that, it's like, I get how important it was, especially for like, it's so funny, like how so ridiculously sexual it is that they actually got in trouble. Because today, like, we're so desensitized with everything.
Oh, yeah.
And I do appreciate that, especially the whole free speech stuff. I just wish I liked the music. I damn near hate this band.
This was exhausting.
This killed me. Yeah. This was one of the hardest episodes I've ever done.
I believe it.
Man,
I'm sorry.
it's like they are not an album band, but not only do they have 1 million albums, they're all super long. They're all the longest fucking albums. And it's not like I didn't come away with something I liked, but for the most part,
it's exhausting.
It was like I can't do this. Like, I don't even like this kind of rap. I can't even do. What am I doing here? I'm a fraud. I went through full-on identity crisis.
Yeah. Who would have thought Two Live Crew would be the second hip hop artist we do with a double album?
What was the first one?
Biggie.
That's right.
Although it would have been funny if we didn't do Biggie.
That's true.
Two Live Crew was the first double.
Wait, how long was the Biggie album? It wasn't as long as this one.
I think it was longer.
Really?
I think.
You know what? You might be right.
Yeah.
But okay, there's a lot of albums, so we might as well like start as quick as possible. So they have, I believe, eight albums total. First one was released in 1986. Last one was 1998. Let me double count that because it's a lot. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah. Oh my God. 8 doesn't sound like a huge number, but usually when we do like 7, 8 album discographies,
there's some diversity, there's some change,
some diversity, some kind of progression or regression. Usually differing album lengths, averaging about 40 minutes. Not here. Not here.
Average is like an hour.
It's basically an hour with some that are longer than an hour.
Yes.
One that's shorter. I think one period that's shorter. But oh God. Okay. Let's get into it. Let's get into it. This is the first album, 1986's The Two Live Crew Is What We Are.
One, two, I am the dominating fresh kid ice. And I am the brother Marquise, your brother. And introducing to you on the 2 turntables.
When I was first listening to this, I was like, it's got to be like almost mandatory to introduce yourself on your first album.
Yeah, they don't really have an identity.
No.
This is just, we've been here with Run DMC. This song is not really by the numbers 80s.
This is not a great opener. This sounds like every other 80s rap song ever made.
Yes.
is what we are.
The bread and butter is on the following track.
I think you're right. I think you're absolutely right. And actually, we're not going to be able to talk much about this track. It's that.
Yeah.
It's that, and it's not great.
Yeah. So the next one.
I think we should immediately put on the next one.
Okay. I do too. Because this is why we're here, people.
It is.
Somebody say, hey, we want some pussy. Hey, we want some pussy. Let me say, hey.
And this is 2 Live Crew from here
Till the end.
to the end.
Yeah.
Somebody say, hey, we want some
Although they wouldn't rely on the guitars
No,
as much.
they
but-
brought him back maybe once or twice later on, but like for the most part, this is an 80s thing.
Yes.
You see, me and my homies like to play this game. We call it
Okay,
track, but
so
some call
it still sounds just like every other 80s hip hop song, except it has
vulgar, yes.
that added element of here's some pussy.
Yes.
that's what they got.
Yes, it is very ridiculous, over the top. It's got to be. I don't want to say things that aren't true, but it's got to be the first rap song that talks about running a train.
There were some blues songs back in the day that had.
Maybe, but this song very deliberate about running a train and all that.
And it's so funny. I was having this conversation with a buddy of ours on our Twitch stream recently about how like it's super prominent in not just black but most like hip hop culture to like run trains on women.
Yeah,
But they're also like the most homophobic culture, at least in music that I know of. And like the thing is, us as like white dudes, we always considered like double teaming a girl to be super gay. Like in our minds, it registers as gay, but it's like the complete opposite of that. And it's just weird. Like, well, he's just different people. He's completely differently.
yeah, it is. I was gonna wait later to get into that, but as they go on, the homophobia becomes more prevalent, which was
It'll get pretty brutal. Yeah,
But yeah, it's funny that they're like about running trains. They're all about like getting their ass eaten by girls.
That's fucking hilarious.
Like for pleasure. They're
right.
not using the term like, oh, fuck you, eat my ass. They're like,
No, that's also worked its way into like to mainstream at this point. Like guys getting their ass eaten by girls. Like that's we're there now. It's society. Also, to clarify, it's like not like gay to double team a girl. It's just more like that's my friend. Like, I don't want to see my friend. I don't want to see my friend in that context. It's more weird. Than gay.
It's more like these different perspectives and how the times have changed.
Yeah, like where the line is drawn in certain comfortability or comfort levels.
But this also while we're talking about that, shout out to Nelly for trying to get the term tip drill.
What does that mean?
He had a song called Tip Drill where it's this running a train. But we call it running a tip drill. It's like exercise in basketball where you just go and you tip the basketball in and it's this one right after another.
It's not bad. It's clever.
It is clever. It's pretty funny. But there's basically 3 good songs on this album.
What are the ones you're giving the 3?
We Want Some Pussy.
Yeah.
Get It Girl. And Throw the D. Throw the D.
Throw the D is great. Yeah.
Fucking hilarious. They just started a dance about throwing your dick around on the dance floor.
It's funny. It's like all the songs are pretty samey to me. I don't even really like Get It Girl very much because I think it's like a sample wank fest. There's just so many samples, but they're all very samey. They're all pretty minimal. It's that style where it's just mostly drums and then
it's the 80s. Yeah, 80s rap.
I was pretty disappointed how just interchangeable this album was with everything else.
It really is. I wasn't expecting it. I've never done a deep dive on 2 Live Crew. I was just like 69. 2 Live Crew.
Something.
Let's do it. The reason Get It Girl and Throw the D are hold up to me is because they kind of lay the blueprint for that Miami bass sound. That another thing 2 Live Crew innovated, and you get the snappy snares, the upbeat, the fast.
Yeah. Okay. So that brings me to a point. That whole style, that's a Miami sound.
That is the Miami sound, which is funny because like Florida and rappers, you think like Trick Daddy, Rick Ross, maybe newer ones, Denzel Curry, 12 but I don't really feel like Miami has like a sound. It's like, and if it does, it's 2 Live Crew.
Because I was thinking like, especially as it goes on, where it's that really fast paced, like you're saying, the snappy drums and that bass is really dubby. And
boom. Yeah.
Like, I hate this. I hate this style. I absolutely, this is not for me. I'll never listen to this again. Fuck, man. And that's the thing. Like the main thing I was kind of grasping at this entire discography was like, am I gonna laugh? Are they gonna make me laugh this time? If I'm laughing, all right, I'm into it.
There were songs where I was driving and I had to pause the song because I was just
really
not on this album, but later on.
I was in my car at a park reading with the windows down, bumping the 2 Live Crew. It's obviously like families everywhere, but it's like it's one of those moments where like, should I lower it? Should I lower it? They're like, all right, maybe just a little bit.
Yeah, I had some of those moments too in my apartment where like the courtyard's right there by my window, so people can like walk by. Where I was like, should I close the window when listening to 2 Live Crew? I was like, fuck it. If someone says something,
what do you do? It's mind your business, dude.
Yeah, why are you hanging out my window long enough to hear these lyrics?
Because they're into it too.
They're into it too. And a little side note: this album went certified gold.
Really?
Somehow. So good for them.
Upon release?
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And I should say they are known for that Miami sound, but started in California.
Did it?
Yeah.
With who?
So Fresh Kid Ice and Mr. Mix and Amazing V. I don't know what happened to Amazing V, but then Luther Campbell, aka Luke Skywalker, aka Uncle Luke, he heard their single Revelation, which I don't think is on here. Mm-hmm. And he liked it so much, he's like, you guys need to come to Miami and we're going to fucking take over this shit. And
so they're not even originally from Miami.
Not 2 of them. Brother Marquise and Luther Campbell are though. So, but the group started in California, and for some reason they were catching on in Florida. So they were just like, fuck it, let's just relocate. And
as that sound kind of distinguishes itself, you really do feel like this is Florida. This is Florida as fuck. This is not.
I don't ever envision.
You guys are wearing Hawaiian shirts 100%.
I don't envision myself ever going to Florida, but if I do, one day I'm gonna whip out a boombox on the beach and listen
to this, and then was it Going to Florida by Butthole Surfers?
Yeah,
back to back. So not great. I mean, it doesn't hold up that well, and you can find better examples of this style from really anyone. It's not even that it's. I hated it, but it's just because I just hate this super minimal lack of identity type of style. It just feels like a stock 80s rap.
Yeah, there was a little bit where I was like, maybe this will get worse, but then
I thought so too.
There's a lot.
I was convinced this was worse for about 10 minutes.
Yeah, for a little bit.
Yeah. All right, so let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on to something a little bit more something. This is 1988's Move Something.
Dope Kraftwerk sample, as we've covered.
I knew you were gonna say that, and it's not. And I will back it up. I got. Trust me, dude. I need you to trust me on this one. I did my homework. I went deep.
Okay.
Yeah. And everybody on the right, we won't make you wait.
They do sample Kraftwerk though, not here.
Oh yeah, multiple times.
Oh yeah.
I don't think the lyrics are super strong on this. I just like the beats and the production more on this song.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah. Like as soon as this song came out, I was kind of like, okay, it's not gonna be that bad. They're automatic. They're already now a band. They're now
already like judging a book by the cover. It's already a funnier album cover.
Already, it's just a butt. they're there in a hot tub with a butt,
and they're wearing t-shirts in a hot tub.
They are wearing
and chains. Like, it's funny.
Are those vests? I think they're wearing t-shirts and vests.
So we can rock the people the way you would like. Just do
yeah, and they're wearing.
Okay. So let's talk a little bit. So first, I'm gonna get any accolades.
No.
Okay. Neither do I. So to explain why that's not a Kraftwerk sample, obviously you're probably thinking it's Trans Europe Express.
No, I don't know what I thought it was.
Well, Trans Europe Express is what Wikipedia says. It's what Who Sampled says it is.
Oh, damn. Who sampled?
Fucking wrong.
Yeah.
And when I heard this, the first thing that hit me was, oh, it's just some cool keyboards. And then I heard the last 3 notes of it, and I thought, everyone thinks that's Kraftwerk, but that's not Kraftwerk. They just ripped it off.
Holy shit.
So I went and I was trying to, I thought Wikipedia was just like wrong because Wikipedia is often wrong. And then when I saw that Who Sampled it, I was like, wait a minute, that doesn't make any sense. They have the timestamps. So I listened to both timestamps, and just to further my fucking point that I'm not crazy, the Kraftwerk, because I learned it on piano and then wrote down the notes because they're different melodies. Kraftwerk is D sharp, G sharp, C sharp, F sharp, B, E flat. Two Live Crew is G sharp, B, B flat, C sharp, B, E flat. They end with the same 3 notes, which is why everyone thinks that they just stole it. They just ripped it off. They didn't sample it.
Whatever.
It's funny because like if they would have sampled it, I would have been excited. But if they just ripped it off, I'm like, ugh.
Because Eric B. and Rakim did some things like that too, where it wasn't a sample, but they like interpreted it, and it's close enough.
The thing is, that's why it bothers me is because like they do sample Kraftwerk, and that is undeniably a Kraftwerk sample. So like, how could you you're just not doing your homework like the guys whoever posted that, or maybe someone's I don't know. Either way, good song, regardless of that.
So some history on this: sold more units, but stayed at that gold level. And this is when the legend of Two Live Crew starts going. I mean,
there's a lot of stuff on here that would exemplify that.
But this is where a record store owner was arrested for selling their albums.
Really?
Lewd content. The charges were dropped. Store owner was found not guilty eventually, thankfully.
Yeah.
But this persuaded Luke to start doing the clean versions, which
that's right, yeah.
Which I don't have enough time, but I imagine a clean version of a Two Live Crew album is like the Mad TV skit of The Sopranos.
Dude,
on PAX.
We're dating ourselves hard. That's one of the greatest. Look up Mad TV Sopranos PAX. It's fucking great. It holds up so well.
You just lose all the content.
Yeah,
and it's
just jump cut to jump cut, jump cut, jump cut.
Yeah, that's what I imagine these clean versions are.
I saw that there were clean. And the funny thing about the clean versions, because most clean versions is just like edited, not or clean, normal. These ones have like this one. Like they have different titles. The albums are actually have different titles. The track listing is often different too. They're like different albums, but there's no way. I mean, like it's clearly like this is the one. These are the versions they want. This is Two Live Crew. The ones with the butts. That's the ones we're going to listen to. Obviously.
Yes. I like the title track.
Same.
Yeah, my dream version is those lyrics over "Drop the Bomb" because the beats, whatever.
I like the beats. All right.
PAN. It feels a little krautrocky, some funk music,
dude. So here's the thing about that song,
it's one of the better like bragging tracks. I don't like when they're bragging. I just like them talking about lewd sex stuff.
Their bragging stuff oftentimes it just turns into them just talking, not even rapping.
Yeah,
but with PAN, I liked it. I was like, this is cool, but that main sample, it's so put it on. It's so fucking annoying, dude. Like, oh god.
I also like how they put all the acronym songs back to back.
Yeah,
to back.
Yeah, HBC, S&M. Yeah. Now that goes on a long time.
Yeah.
A lot of different. I'm gonna leave it just because it does get better.
You try to play hard,
and then it's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
So you don't like the keyboard?
It's No, it's the sample of the dude.
Okay.
It's his fucking voice. It's the way his voice sounds. It's the way it's fucking like, it's just over and over again. It just annoys me. And that's one thing I took away the most from this band. The most annoying band. They have ways of making just one annoying sample just in your face for like a cool 3 minutes straight. It's like, oh God, it just...
That's funny. I never got like annoyed by any of the samples.
Really?
And I don't know when it started, if it started here, but obviously they're big fans of Rudy Ray Moore, aka Dolomite. They sample the Dolomite movies and Rudy Ray Moore jokes a lot. So that's another thing about the band where it's like, oh yeah, on HBC they sample Dolomite. It's so obviously a joke from all the stand-up samples to the comedy.
Yeah.
Like you said, it makes it funny that anyone took this like so serious.
It's also the same people who took Merciful Fate seriously.
Yes,
though, and
it's all the PMRC and all that.
But so it's not just that. I mean, that's just one of the billions of examples of what really got on my nerves with everything these guys do. HBC, which is like one of their biggest songs, it's got to be like one of their.
It's so weird. Head, booty, cock.
What you like, fellas?
Head, booty, and cock.
That has been stuck in my head for the past week straight. It will not leave my fucking head, dude.
The amount. So they also get into a holding pattern where we're going to have call and response songs and the mega mixes.
Dude, the mega mixes.
I'm so tired.
The mega mixes.
I'm so tired of both. Like, the call and response thing is kind of like part of who they are, and I get it.
Yeah.
But some of them, like, I'll give it for a HBC, it's fun, whatever. But then some of them, it's just like we don't need them.
They do it for everything. Yeah. Some of them drag on a long time, but the mega mixes. So another thing about this wonderful band, they do more sequels than most movie franchises.
Oh yeah,
I can't believe how many sequels are in this discography.
It's amazing.
Mega mix. I think there's a mega mix in every album, right? It's every album.
Almost. Yes, we're on mega mix too.
We are on now.
So every
album has a mega mix. I think there's a mega mix reboot on one of the albums. I'm not even kidding.
It's one word, and then when we get there, it's mega space mix now.
It's like it had two X's and then they dropped one X.
Yeah,
that's like the rebranding, and then they went back into the. Okay, so I will say about Mega Mix 2. I think there's only two of the mega mixes that I enjoy. This was the best one, I think, because this one samples YMO. How many times do I bring up YMO on this podcast?
Yeah.
Put on Mega Mix 2 and I'll point out the YMO sample.
I was not expecting to pull up a mega mix.
I know. So YMO, is considered up there with Kraftwerk, Japanese band. And it's their cover of Firecracker, the traditional Chinese song. I hope it doesn't take too long to come on, but as soon as it came out, I was like, oh, YMO!
Luther Campbell and Mr. Mix are, it's a jokey band, but they know their shit. Yeah, they know their music.
Yeah.
Also, that's interesting. Usually you got like one DJ producer in these earlier hip hop groups, where Two Live Crew, I guess because they have two in the name, they got the two
of them. Yeah, it could be. That's a reason. This actually is the best mega mix. Like even just this.
Yeah.
I think it's coming up right here. Yeah, right here. That's the YMO.
Yep.
Dude, honestly, listen to YMO's cover of Firecracker. It's incredible.
Yeah.
It's incredible. Oh, I love that. So fun. So fun.
So.
Okay, so. Go ahead. No, you go.
Oh, I like S&M. It introduced me to slurs I didn't even know existed.
Say them.
Bulldaggers.
Oh, right. Yeah, I didn't know what that meant.
They say it once, and then later on, they say it all the fucking time.
Dude,
and
go ahead.
I was like, what the hell? It's like censored on Apple Music too. I'm like, I've never heard of this. Why is it censored?
Okay, it's a song title on a later album, and I couldn't figure out what the word was because I was like, what the fuck is P space L D space? I was like, what the fuck? And then I looked it up online, and online it's censored. I had to like dig deep and find. I was like, oh, bulldecker, what the fuck does that even mean?
Yeah, it's a racial slur for lesbians, more specifically used in prisons for the more butch lesbians.
That's a very creative word for it.
It's, oh man, I might get some shit for this, but I'm sorry. There's some slurs that sound funny. Like if you were an alien and you didn't know they were slurs.
Or if you're a man in this room right now, I find a lot of them funny still.
Like, yeah. And it's just like, I have never heard that term before, but apparently it is. But on S&M, I like how Brother Marquise claims he reps Satan while slapping them cheeks. That's pretty fucking funny.
It's a gnarly song, honestly. It's like one of the most like really, I mean, they're all sexual, but that one I was like, oh god, like, this is fuck. I don't even like the song, but like lyrically it's pretty gnarly.
And then one of their most popular songs, Do Wah Diddy, isn't on the Apple version. It's pretty fucking funny.
It's funny. No, so once again, one of our themes here is we shit all over Apple Music because they have no idea how to categorize anything. It just removed it from the album and put it like,
so it's not like it's not streaming.
So here's the thing, on Apple Music, it's actually like if you go to the album, it has, because I think it's track 9. Do what did he? It's on the track listing, it's 8, and then it goes straight to 10. Like it's and then if you go to Do Wah Diddy, it has a 9 next to it. So what I think, because Apple fucking is so bad at this, or iTunes used to do this a lot, it's also part of a compilation. So they categorize it as it's still in a compilation, even though technically it's still part of this one thing.
Fucking weird.
Spotify people, it's better.
Well, I don't know if it's on some album. They both fucked up hard, which will.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, they both fucked up on one specific album, but
But point is that if you want to listen to that song, you gotta like go out of your way for Apple. Yeah, it's funny. I don't think it's that great because I mean, it's silly. It's more fun and funny than anything. It's not like.
And then they kind of do the same thing with 1 and 1, where they repurpose the Kinks All Day and All the Night into a overtly sexual song.
I hated it. I hated it. Yeah. That's the thing. Like, as soon as this came on, or as soon as I finished this, rather, I was like, okay, I get the appeal now. It's funny. It's fun. Even if the stupid, silly stuff kind of gets on my nerves, it's like, no, I get it. This is fine. It's like, I was really worried it would be a lot more of the first album. I was.
Oh, no. Yeah.
So
I wasn't worried about that. But
so even though I came out kind of like not caring for this album too much, it was like, oh, okay. I'm not lost. I'm not baffled as to why people like this band a lot. But let's move on anyway.
We got a big one coming up here.
The biggest. This is 1989's As Nasty as They Want to Be.
What do we get for $10? Everything you want. Everything. Oh.
Don't do that, baby.
Oh.
Well, we know what's happening here.
Yeah. I love that DJs can hear a line in a movie and make it sound musical. Like it's this.
Unfortunately, it still gets on my nerves, but this is a good song. It's like a weirdly good song.
This wasn't supposed to be the first single, but they like recognized the like appeal of it, and they were like, "This has got to be the." This is 2 Live Crew people.
Yeah. Oh,
like
100%.
Picked up the telephone, then dialed the 7 digits. Said, yo, this Marquise, baby. Are you down with it? I arrived at a house.
This is a great song.
It's fun.
It's really fun.
Yeah. I'm like a dog in heat.
as much as I really want to shit all over the samples, that kind of fucking kill me. But they do their intended purpose, which is to really stick in your head.
Oh yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that's what they're for. I hate them. I wish they didn't, but they work at what they're trying to do.
yeah.
I'm gonna be saying "Me So Horny" for the next 3 days, dude.
Oh, dude, I'm gonna be saying a lot of things I shouldn't be saying. So this is best personal favorite.
I knew you would.
I just there are so they don't really evolve or change.
No.
There's so many bangers on this.
A lot of bangers.
It's the most popular. It's insane. This is a double platinum record.
Makes no sense.
And we don't talk about it anymore. We as a society do not talk about this record.
Why
enough.
wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we talk about this?
It's a great album cover. It's a double hip hop album. So if you get like the vinyls, there's the 4 sides, and each side is for each member.
That's very cool.
So that's why
That's what the Minutemen did with double nickels on the dime.
Yeah, this is the double nickels on the dime of raunchy hip hop
Don't you
music.
spit on the Minutemen that way, you son of a bitch.
So yeah, that's why they say Luke's side, Mr. Mix, Brother Marquis' side, Fresh Kid Ice's side, because they each get a side. And yeah,
So I thought,
what can I say? There's okay. The stats. There's, like I said, double platinum. Not a lot of people can claim.
True. A lot of bad albums are double platinum.
But still, 87 descriptions of oral sex.
Hold on. Someone counted?
Yeah, because this went to court.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. 116 descriptions of male and female genitalia. Southern District of Florida ruled it was legally obscene, led to it being illegal to sell or perform in Lee County, Florida, and ended up in 2 Live Crew getting arrested because they were performing.
That's insane. That's such a fucking violation of free speech. That is such a blatant violation of free speech.
Dude. And then, yeah, another record store owner got arrested for selling 2 Live Crew.
Now you're killing messengers. Messengers.
And then Me So Horny, Fresh Kid Ice. I think that's the first instance where he says, put your lips on my dick and suck my asshole too. First indulgence of getting his butt eaten for pleasure.
But it wouldn't be the last.
It wouldn't be the last, not by far.
This album has so many fucking good songs.
So many,
but so many bad songs. And it is an hour and 20 minutes. This is insane.
I'll take it.
As it kept, dude, I know. As it kept going, I was like, oh man, I can't give it best. It's just toward the end, it's just, there's so much shit toward the end. I can't.
My issue was, as I listened to other albums, I was just like, there isn't a clear best. So why not just give it to the most popular, the one with the most bangers on it? Not even hits, just songs I like.
Right. That makes sense. It's like the Thin Lizzy situation where there's no clear cut best. You really kind of go with what you feel. And there it is. Like your taste, you want more of the songs you like. I want more of a thing I could sit through.
Yes,
I can't sit through this. I can sit through the first half fucking easy. Dude, what the hell is it? Put Her in the Buck?
Dude, Put Her in the Buck. Dude, I love that song. I was so confused. I'm still not sure what it is. I think it's when you get a lady like in the L position and her legs are like on front. And yeah, Brother Marquis says in the song, it's a position in sex that's done by the masters, legs up high, known as the buck. Like the doggy style, you get all the cunt. And there were some lines in between that I skipped because I just need to know what the buck is.
You're looking for information here, Alex.
Yes, I'm trying to figure out what the buck is.
It's solid, and this is the thing that's universal for me in general. I can't stand a ton of sex sounds in music. It's like, okay.
I didn't know that.
Dude, and it's like, here it's mostly funny, but sometimes it gets on my nerves. That song, it actually gets on my nerves.
Yeah. Also, funny line in that song: "Bust your pussy, then break your backbone." Oh,
my goodness. Here we go. DK Almighty actually samples Kraftwerk. That's the Man Machine. That's
yes.
And I love the Man Machine so much. I'm like, oh, I don't care what song this is. This is amazing. This is the best.
I like on that song, I don't know who's saying it, but someone says, that dick. It reminds me of like Pimp C from UGK.
Man. It's so we're talking about how just disgusting this whole thing is, but musically it is so much more refined than the albums before. Like it's actually like, oh, they're learning. They're like figuring this shit out. Like it's not bad.
Dirty Nursery Rhyme. That's Andrew Dice Clay joke. They just turned into
Anytime I have an opportunity to do a Dice I take it.
And then you probably hate it, but I love the fuck shop.
I do hate the fuck shop.
I think sampling Van Halen as it's a no-brainer for these guys. Why not sample one of the sleaziest rock bands ever for the sleaziest hip-hop group ever?
I agree with that conceptually, not that song.
Not the way it's executed.
That song specifically, ain't talking about love, is not a very party fun song.
Yeah.
It's more on the minor key side, more on the edgier side. But since you brought up Van Halen, if you believe in having sex, first of all, I think it's real bad. I hate it.
That song, I like some of the things they say. It's funny, but cut it out at a minute.
Agreed. But the reason why I brought that up, I don't know who it is in the song, but his impression of a white guy sounds just like David Lee Roth. It's hilarious.
He's not wrong.
It's great. It's great.
Yeah.
I like that. It made me laugh.
And then I think it's annoying, but also it was Two Live Crew's bread and butter. You got the fraternity record, but like that's where Two Live Crew made their money, was the colleges. Like that's where they would go to fucking rip it up. And so I get it. Like that's their audience, but at the same time I
hate that song too.
Yeah.
So there's a couple tracks that really stuck out, and they really they sealed it that I wasn't going to give this anything. Was Two Live Blues.
Yep.
Unsurprisingly, as bad as the name implies, very bluesy. I mean, it's still funny. It could definitely be worse.
Also, even though that's just like kind of the generic blues riff, they specifically sampled Mr. Clarence Carter, who I just discovered recently, who has the song "Strokin'."
Yeah, you brought that up last on a Patreon episode.
Yeah, so it's like, it's more like raunchy people sticking
keeping
together.
It in the family a little bit. The other song that was a complete deal breaker, unsurprisingly, just like Two Live Blues, Reggae Joint.
Reggae Joint's not good,
dude. If you just throw blues or reggae at me, I'm gonna hate you. Like I just can't do either of those. And at that point, I was already like, this album needs to fucking end. It just needs to end.
The Fresh Kid Ice side is not too memorable. It do get burned out, but I just, between Me So Horny, Put Her in the Buck, Dick Almighty,
Break It On Down, I think is pretty badass too.
Yeah, Break It On Down.
One thing, Get the Fuck Out of My House, which is, it's another one of those things where the main hook like just bothers me, and like it's always in my head, like, God, shut up. But it sounds like a Kraftwerk sample. I don't know if it is. I didn't double check, but it has that kind of really, first wave electronic music feel to it, and that's enough for me to be like, all right, I'll put up with this stupid yelling.
Yeah, this is this is Two Live Crew. It is. Ironically, the album that's called "This Is the Two Live" that's not
at all Two Live Crew. This is an hour and 20 minutes of sex. This is an hour and 20 minutes of sex songs, and I think it starts off really damn good. But an hour and 20 minutes is a long time, and it gives you a lot of room to let it sink.
I wonder if people in the '90s, if people were like actually boning to Two Live Crew. I hope so. I mean, I hope so.
As much as I hope so, I can't imagine it'd be a very pleasant experience. It seems so like loud and obnoxious.
Oh yeah. Well, when you're putting it in the book, and then I didn't listen to it, but I saw they have a version of "Come On Babe" called the Doo Doo Brown version, which I think Luke did on one of his solo albums, and this kind of worked its way. I could have sworn there was a very, very gross lyric I'm leaving out.
For which?
Where am I? Oh yeah, and Come On Babe. He says, lick my ass up and down, lick it until your tongue turns doo-doo brown.
It's like,
oh, I also like on 2 Live Blues, Fresh Kid Ice, when he tells the girl something like, if you want this long, shiny dick, you better learn how to make fried rice. It's fucking hilarious. Also, I like that he just calls it shiny dick. Like,
just no S's. We don't need any S's.
No, yeah, and that's
and there is a classic double platinum selling album, everybody. That's
double platinum, doo-doo brown.
Fuck.
They've made it.
Oh yeah, but they're not done. They
No.
got 5 more fucking albums.
Far from it.
So let's move on. Boy.
Let me pull this. I was too busy looking up lyrics.
It was worth it. So here we are. You're gonna we do some backlash from the band. It's the least sexual album, I would say.
Yes,
Which is weird. This is 1990s band in the USA.
Government of the people, for the people, by the people.
Born in the USA.
Yeah.
Also, Springsteen gave them permission.
Really?
Yeah.
That's fucking hilarious.
We think it's the banning
fucking hate
of
this.
free speech. The first time we put
It's so like Nike commercial. Not even Nike commercial. I'm thinking of like inspirational moment in a sports movie.
Yeah,
We've got white collar people trying to crap our style.
it feels too after school special
Exactly, yeah.
because of the Springsteen sampling.
Yeah. It's those fucking Springsteen keyboards that-
with help from fans and all
I mean,
our friends.
God bless the boss, but
Yeah, somehow this is their highest charting song too.
We'll always stand and never say.
man, this blows.
Me So Horny is way better.
Way better.
Way better.
Wrong. So listen up, y'all, to what we say. We won't be banned in the USA.
I'm gonna have one single tear dripping down.
Well, Kid Fresh Ice is a veteran, so
he?
you know, support the troops by listening to Live Crew.
Sure, or anything better. God damn.
Okay, so
Okay.
I didn't want to, but I think this is the worst.
I almost gave it worse. I know what you mean. I think it gets worse. I think it
Yeah.
could get worse.
I could see an argument for that. Anything after this, I'm not upset.
Yeah. This is the one I was like, all right. No, no thanks.
I get it because they were doing all the like legal fights and they were fucking, real upset at the system and the court battles. So I get why the album is the way it is, but I think it could have sounded meaner or funnier.
There's
One of the
nothing
two.
funny about this. It's all like, listen, man, I am on their side with the freedom of speech thing. I am 100% freedom of speech
Yes.
in all contexts, but the music fucking sucks. It's
Yes.
just boring. I can't back you up there.
Also, this is the most outrageous error in the history of streaming music on Apple and Spotify. At a certain point, the song titles do not match up.
Are you serious?
I
boy.
wish I wasn't. So I wrote, when I talk about songs, I wrote the track number with the proper title because it is a mess.
Mm-hmm.
It is a mess.
So I feel like I don't even know what to talk about now because my song titles
I
are
might
all...
be able to try to.
Okay, so first let's start with the bad since we are already on that. But whatever the song Newsflash Super Snoop is, I think that one is very boring.
Okay, hold on. News Flash Super Scoop. That's Strip Club.
It's called Strip Club.
That is Strip Club. I thought that was like, I was not feeling the record until Strip Club. But I will acknowledge this is not a Premiere 2 Live Crew song. It lacks the energy.
I was about to say they even soundboard on like they don't even sound like they want to be there.
Yes, it is not. This is the strippers who come in at 4 a.m. to work the morning shift.
Oh,
this is
poor
not
mothers.
This is not the fun strippers.
Okay, face down, ass up.
Face down, ass up. That's the way we like to fuck.
Usually, maybe not always, but that phrase is just so embedded in our culture.
Iconic.
It's iconic. I wish I liked the song. I don't even like the song.
I like this. I think this because it's ingrained. I like when they in that song when they say "pussy and dick ain't nothing but meat on the bones." That's fucking funny.
That's pretty cool.
Suck it or fuck it or leave it alone. Pretty.
You know what? That's words we can all live by. It says it's whatever. The song Newsflash poll results. Santana, the one that samples Santana.
Hold on. News. That's the thing. Oh, I think that song's fucking hilarious. That is
anything with Santana is hilarious.
That's the Mama La Pinga.
Huh?
Mama La Pinga. That's what it's called. I think it's fucking.
Oh, that's the actual title?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna play a little bit of it.
You do that.
Yo soy Juanita, pero no soy suertecita.
I think this is one of the better songs.
Really?
Yeah.
Not for me. It's just Santana to me. I'm not a fan of that song anyway.
I just like any song that figured out the way to work in pinga. Yeah,
Sure did. To her at the Coco Cabana down
Still bucking it.
Cuban town in Little Havana. I asked her name. She said, Juanita. I just had to ask, cause I just had to meet her. I heard of fast girls, but she
I just kind of want to get to the main chorus.
She said she was hungry and told me to feed her. So I got an espresso and a hot burrito. You look real sweet, you fine senorita. Mama La Pinga.
That's what that song is called.
It's a black thing, baby.
Okay,
so
that makes sense.
No, it's sweeter.
Yeah, no, I was actually a little confused by the song titles as well, because
that's because they are out of sync, and it doesn't matter where you stream it from. It does not match up on our playlist. It will look like it says something, but
Video No Soul, whatever that one actually is. It's the diss track, the spoken diss track.
Oh, I think that's I Ain't Bullshittin' Part 2.
That makes more sense.
Yeah, and that's another along with the mega mixes and the call response.
Got some sequels.
Now every album is going to have a track with Luke talking shit about anybody and everybody.
And some of them, like, I think you bet on the wrong horse in that one, buddy.
Yeah.
We'll get into it on the next one. But I actually don't mind the music for that one. I think it's kind of groovy.
Mm-hmm.
But like that series of songs in general, I think is just super lazy. Like,
yeah, like if you're going to talk shit, like make it, especially to Live Crew, make it funny.
Make it funny. At least rap. Don't just talk for like.
Well, that's
4
what
minutes.
I mean. If you're gonna talk, it's got to be funny.
Yeah.
You could be a little more serious with the rapping, but yeah.
So, as much as I was appreciative that this wasn't an hour and 20 minutes, it's still an hour. It's still too
hard.
Fucking long.
Yeah. There's this. I don't know. I guess people like do the BART or Track 7, whatever.
Yeah.
So on streaming, it's Newsflash, Nation by Storm. But I don't know. It's not Throw the D. It kind of sounds like Public Enemy a little bit. There's some like noisy samples in there. I feel like you'll get a kick out of this. The track Fuck Martinez. The governor of Florida at the time was a guy named Bob Martinez, and then the sheriff was Nick Navarro. And so because they were so tied up in the courts and all that, and they were so worried about getting sued again, they found 2 dudes named Bob Martinez and Nick Navarro, no relation, and had them sign releases that the song Fuck Navarro was specifically about them.
Oh my God.
So they couldn't get sued by the sheriff and the governor. And I'm just like, beautiful.
It's brilliant.
Yeah.
The level of paranoia you got to have.
Yeah.
Man. I mean, because how many, at least within the past 40 years, musicians literally got arrested for their records?
Yes.
Like how many? It's just them and like,
yeah.
I
mean, I remember people getting upset about Eminem and Marilyn Manson, but no one got arrested.
No one got arrested.
Yeah.
The only other person in history, or modern history, that I can think of is Lenny Bruce, and that was comedy, and that was in like the 50s.
I mean, I guess if you want to say Elvis,
he didn't get arrested, did he?
I don't know. I thought maybe. I don't know shit about Elvis. I know a lot about 2 Live Crew.
Yeah, we put our efforts where it counts. So yeah, this was almost worse.
But it's just got the 2 songs I care about.
Exactly.
Or 3, actually. Kind of similar to the first one, but the cheesiness of it really just...
It's cheesy, and it's not what we... Come on, man. We're here. We're here for the ass.
Yeah, exactly. There's songs like Man, Not a Myth, where it sounds more like Tribe Called Quest. I'm like, that's not you.
Not you. And they will dabble with styles that are very not them.
Yes.
And that's later. But for now, let's move on to 1991's, if you're ready.
Pulling it up.
All right.
Pulling it up.
It's a long title, so I'll say it slowly. Sports, the first album sequel that we've covered.
First album sequel.
That's probably not true. We have Led Zeppelin fucking 2 and 3 and 4. Sports Weekend, As Nasty as They Want to Be, Part 2.
Should I play the intro? It's pretty... No.
I think it's long.
Yeah. Straight to what we know.
Damn! Shit! Look at the ass on that bitch. Look at the titties.
And we're back.
We're back.
We're back.
Not only are we back, that's totally that. I don't know who said that. It's taken from a show or
I wonder if it's Rudy Ray Moore.
Because it's like, oh yeah, that's where Chappelle got his a lot of his shit. You can hear Chappelle.
Oh yeah.
There's only one place where we can go to see freaky hoes.
This is like premier Miami bass.
Yeah. Go with it, timbales or whatever.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not an actual acoustic timbale, but. So like this, as soon as the song came on, I was like, it's already like, man, coming off of that last one, this is fucking awesome.
Yes.
How hard like a rock when you make that pussy pop.
Pop that pussy, pop that pussy, baby.
God damn.
This is like what I think of when I think of the mid-90s and pop music. No pun intended.
Yeah, I understand. And I mean, best, personal favorite.
Nice. Yeah, like MT or ESPN had like a whole series of compilation albums called Jock Jams, where it's this music. All the songs sound like Pop That Pussy. Like that's a whole genre of music.
And I hate that genre, but like I gotta give it up for this one. At least this one, because this is, first of all, it's still long. Hour. But I think it's the most consistent. I think it's the only record where like, even though there are still some songs in here that I really don't care for, it's like I can kind of retain my attention the entire way through. It's got a lot of good songs on here.
A fuck is a fuck.
Dude.
Come is not come, Larry.
Dude. It is a very JB Smoove phrase.
Yeah. Oh, JB's if JB Smoove doesn't like 2 Live Crew, I'm gonna be very
There wouldn't the universe would not be one with itself if that wasn't the case. And that song is gnarly too.
It is.
And then also fucking ugly as fuck is
pretty fucking funny.
It's so funny.
Pretty fucking funny.
It's so mean, but it's just so fucking funny.
Yeah, that was one of the songs I had to like pause because I was laughing.
Dude, like it was here like the insane sexual lyrics are back with a fucking vengeance the way they should be.
Yes.
They're like, yes, they're home. They're back home.
Yes.
It's like, man, I don't know what that whole last album was like an experiment. Like, let's just
I think they were just angry. Also, I think also that was supposed to be a solo album for Luke, and he this kind of repurposed it into a 2 Live Crew album. So that could be part of the disconnect on that last album.
Also on this one, there isn't so much, because up to this point there was just so much of the hey, booty, hey, guy, would you like so much of like so much of like the yelling and repeating over and over, and it drives me fucking crazy.
Yeah,
but here like they've definitely cut back on that, and like even though that's kind of based on taste, I prefer that they don't do that as much, and I like it here.
Also, this album is the end of an era. It's the last album to feature all the original members.
Is it?
Yes.
Is it? I'm not surprised.
So this probably should have been their last album ever.
I really wish it was.
Yeah.
I really
would have gone out on a high note.
Yep.
Although we got a few. I'll save it, but.
Yeah. What else? Love me some Here I Come. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Very disappointed it wasn't actually about coming.
Oh, right. Just more about arriving.
Sounds more like a Rakim song.
Interesting. I didn't think about that.
Freaky Behavior.
Freaky Behavior. Refresh your memory.
That's this more traditional 2 Live Crew. Also, this has like 30 tracks on it, but most of them are like intros.
Yeah.
You'll get used to it.
Yeah.
It's so funny. Even stuff like this, you just expect like that yelling.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who did this, Luke or Mr. Mix, but it's very cool.
Also, this album's entry in the Mega Mix series. This is the other one that I like. I don't mind this one. It's still a tad annoying, still too long, but compared to some of the other ones, I think it's one of the nothing will ever be as good as Mega Mix 2 in my opinion, but this is like second best.
I really wanted to like the Pussy Caper, but it's not.
Really?
Great.
You don't like that one?
It's okay.
It's funny. It's smooth. It's not really like a. Yeah, no, I get it. I think it's more. I like it more novelty wise. It's like, oh, that's a nice. That palate cleanser is a weird word to use, but it is like slower, a little bit, sexier. Even though nothing they do is actually sexy, it's just so over the top sexual that none of it comes across as sexy.
Yeah, Fresh Kid Ice had Hep C, so
really
he's having a lot of sex.
Wow.
I mean, that's like the least surprising thing.
It's not, but it's also like, man, that's like, ugh. All right, whatever. Blood. So wait, yeah, this is ain't bullshitting the third. This is the third entry.
Yeah, and it's exhausting here. Also, I never thought about. They're probably one of the few rap groups to not act like gangsters. I didn't realize that till he said something about it. I was like, shit, you're right. It's this raunchy sex shit and bragging.
That's
you're
true.
not claiming any crews.
No gangs, no killing, nothing.
That's man.
Innovators.
They are. Like I said at the top of the hour.
I like it and I love it. Or I like it, I love it. That's like the perfect example of the calm response thing going too far.
I felt like it went too far on Ain't No Pussy Like.
I agree. I don't disagree. What I like about that song is, I still think the song is super annoying.
Yeah.
The Sanford and Son theme. They sample the if you're sampling the Sanford and Son theme, that's fucking wonderful.
Your brother should be on this podcast.
Exactly.
And he'd be remorse if I didn't bring up that was done by Quincy Jones.
Yeah. Oh, right, of course.
He was very proud that I knew that. So
man, that was a while back. Yeah, so that's the only thing I like about Ain't No Pussy Like. But also, I couldn't help but laugh, but holy shit, the homophobia on Chesterfield Island.
Dude.
Holy shit. I make homophobic jokes all the time. I make all kinds of jokes, but that's they fucking, do they mean that? That doesn't come, that seems fucking a lot. That's brutal.
Yeah, that was brutal. And I was just like, oh shit. But like, I guess from here on out, yeah, the homophobia gets bad.
I mean, it's on Ain't No Bullshitting as well. Like because it kind of carries over a little bit.
Yeah, and to me, I'm sure everyone has like their different standards for, you know, where the line is and isn't. But for me, it's kind of like the slurs were part of hip hop.
Yeah, I don't mind the slurs at all, but like
it's easy to say, well, everyone was saying that, but then you get something like Chesterfield where
it's like it's not the slurs that I think are like brutal. It's the whole image they're building this like it's supposed to be like this island with like only gay people allowed.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what? Hold on, that's a little genocidal. Like, I mean, that's interesting. Very okay. All right, buddy.
On a lighter note, some hothead is funny.
Put it on. Refresh my memory.
I like the ones that suck toes and assholes. Yeah. There's a sample where it says somebody, and it's a fucking hilarious sample. I don't even know if I'll get to it in the song. Oh yeah. Oh. This reminds me of like the Encino Man soundtrack. Like you have like somebody.
Oh,
like that like weird. Yeah. I don't even know if it was rock and roll. It's very like indicative of the early 90s.
I like getting head because it's so convenient. You can do it.
That's a good bass line.
You don't have to beat it.
Also, he's right.
In the car or even in the park. But most hunters come out after dark. There's nothing like a pretty hoe on her knees, sucking my D and licking my bees.
Licking my bees.
I've never heard balls referred to as bees before. That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah. I wonder how many people had sexual awakenings while listening to Two Live.
Oh, you couldn't. Oh, that sounds almost nightmarish.
Also, it's kind of overdue, but who's fucking who? You finally get a safe sex song.
Oh,
a group like this. Like you got to throw it out there, even if the song's not great. You just,
I mean, like you got to cover your base, dude. Cover your ass.
All the freaks and shit lickers and whatever else. All the dick beaters.
Before or after the Hep C diagnosis?
I'm not sure when he was diagnosed.
Because he was like, "Hey man, we should be warning the people about this."
We should.
Yeah,
we should.
Yeah, so it's still too long, unsurprisingly, but god damn, I didn't feel the length of this one.
Too Long Crew.
Damn, that's a very accurate name. Didn't feel the length of this one nearly as much as the other ones. I think it's the most consistent. Not perfect at all, but still damn funny. Very fun.
Very few things these men do are perfect, but they're just they're ahead of the game.
Yeah. So now we are at 1994's Back at Your Ass for the 9 to 4.
For the 9-4.
For the 9-4. Sorry. I'm looking at it like a job.
It's the year. God damn you, Apple Music. Not today.
No people are talk and I run off their mouth. Like them things that Two Live Crew dead out. Run off food, Two Live Crew a chill out. Low tack yambo could have never dead out. First kid eyes a chill out.
Well, so we hate it. We hate it.
Yeah.
But we have two nigga jump out.
But
no stop Two Live Crew
specifically,
big things are going Two Live Crew.
I guess I'll wait till the song's over to get why I don't like it.
Rock out. So them a talk about Two Live Crew dead out. But I chill Two Live
hate this.
It's bad.
Fucking hate this.
Two Live Crew dead out. But I chill Two Live Crew dead out. Chill. Some people love pass remarks out of them a talk about Two Live Crew.
Also, that bass line has been sampled in other hip hop songs.
I recognize it.
I'm blanking, but it's not a Two Live Crew sample.
It's not a Tribe Called Quest, is it?
It might have been.
Might be.
Maybe.
I think it is actually. Something off the third album.
Yeah.
So I don't know who that guy is, but I hate him.
I hate him. Specifically why I like hate that song more than like a reggae joint is because the appeal of Two Live Crew is the raunchy lyrics.
Yeah.
So on half the track is a guy with a thick Jamaican accent, and you can't hear the lyrics
at all. I have no idea what he's saying.
The appeal is gone.
Yeah.
There's no reason to listen to it.
So this one, aside from that opening track, I thought I was gonna like it. like the first handful of songs, I was like, all right, this isn't too bad. Like, hell yeah. I think it's fast, fun. It's like a lyrical machine gun, very fast.
Dude, that is the jock jam. Like, I'm just going to play it.
Mm-hmm.
Just fucking real fast ass shaking.
Good, nigga? That 2 Live shit back at your ass, 9-4. My nigga Verb in the house, fresh kid ice still to the loop. Bring it on there. I'm looking for niggas in there.
There we go. So fast.
This is party rap.
Yes.
This is what like white dudes in college listen to in frat houses. That's what I imagine when I hear this.
I mean, that's, yeah.
Which is such a weird.
That's what was going on.
That's their audience. That's so weird.
Hell yeah. So what I think.
Still funny.
On a little side note thing, what I think happened is rap started getting fast here, and it escalated all the way to Outkast's B.O.B., and that broke it. Mm-hmm. People were like, this song is too fast.
Too fast.
It's too long. We are exhausted dancing to this.
Yeah.
And then so they started slowing it down, and we're at where we are now.
That's funny. So we're at the incline at this point.
Yes.
They don't never get super, super fast, but they do get pretty fast. I actually do dig Pussy and Dick Thing.
Dude, I'm for it.
Good song.
I don't know when you would like use that term in a conversation.
It's just a pussy and dick thing. You know,
Come on.
What's the big deal?
What's the big deal?
It's a very weird phrase.
Also, this was billed as the new 2 Live Crew. That's how you can find the album.
That's right. Yeah, it says it on the cover as well. So I mean, is it just because the
yeah, it's because Brother Marquise, Mr. Mix left. This is the last album with Luke.
Mm-hmm.
So, which, you know, I feel like Luke, like I said, he was their compass.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they get lost without him. So the last one was an end of an era. This is like dead to me after this.
This is this is not great. I think it's even songs like You Go Girl. Like, I don't think it's great. It's like cheesy and dated sounding, but it kind of works in that aspect. I like 2 Live Freestyle. It's all right. It's pretty another really fast one.
That's one. If you're like a nerd and you're thinking about the landscape of hip hop, you can tell like, oh shit,
that's the direction.
You guys were listening to 36 Chambers too, just like everybody else. The 2 Live Freestyle is so obviously like influenced by Wu-Tang.
Also, The Initiation, I think it's ironically pretty.
I feel like it could be funnier if it was shorter.
It's way too long.
Yeah.
It's like 4 minutes of like novelty, like skit stuff. Like,
yeah, they never go full R&B, but they like toy with it.
It's still kind of pretty though. But the thing is, it also the novelty of that is like ruined with the trick later on. It's like the same.
Oh, it's the same song.
Thing. It's like we already did 4 fucking minutes of this. We're gonna do it again. Are you kidding me?
I didn't appreciate "Suck My Dick" because it's a down low frat song that they tricked me. I thought it was gonna be just a raunchy sex song, but it's a frat song.
It's also just a Clash sample.
Oh yeah, complete with Rock the Casbah.
No, and it's also again, and here they're doing long songs now. Now they're getting too long. And it makes sense to me now. Like when I was listening to the albums, it didn't make sense to me, but it makes sense with the lineup change. All of a sudden, the songs are now too long.
Yeah.
Whereas before, I mean, they still have like 1 million songs per album, and 1 million. Like this one has like. Or is it the next one has like 28 tracks?
I think
it's the next one that has 28 tracks.
This one has a lot, but a lot of them are like short intros. It adds to it.
It does. But here's where I started noticing more 4-minute songs, more 5-minute songs. I'm like, oh, I don't like where this is going. And then, go ahead.
Oh, I will say, just when I thought I was exhausted and couldn't hang anymore, Work That Pussy. That's a banger.
We put it on, refresh me.
I'm tired. I don't know if I could do this. And then, bam.
It does sound like old 2 Live.
Yeah.
And that's why I don't like it.
See, like, that's why I'm here. I'm here for. Also, oh no, okay.
Oh, it's still funny though.
Oh, here we go. Another sequel. We Want Some Pussy 2.
Oh, not
Garbage.
get that out of here.
That was because I got.
It's just the same. Like, it's the same sample too.
Yeah. Like, up until that song, I was like, this is pretty good. This is a lot better than if that was going to be in that song. Because I was like, oh, well, officially, it's already not going to be any best or personal favorite. And then it just kind of got worse from there. But that was the song. I was like, oh, this is just one of the worst songs they've done, like, period.
Yeah.
I also, last thing I will comment on is Fuck 'Em. It's another diss track. Again, lazy spoken diss track. But it's kind of dark, pissed off sounding, has like a more edge to it, at least like the bass line to it. This is the one, this is the track where he takes Eazy-E's side. I'm like, okay, buddy. I think you picked the wrong one on that one. All right.
You really
Maybe
did.
go back and do a little addendum on that choice.
Although, you know, I kind of like, as much as they were mainstream, they weren't mainstream. So I kind of like, understand them going, you know, with the wrong cheer guy.
Also, wait, hold on. We can't at all skip over this. The best thing about this album, the only good thing about this album, is the Dolomite stuff.
Oh, Captain Dick and Dolomite, yeah.
Dude, like, he's like on a bunch of tracks or like little interludes.
Yeah, Rudy Ray Moore's all over this album.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
Those are actually like good ass little snippets. They're really funny.
For those of you who are interested, please watch like the Dolomite movie. Dolomite Is My Name on Netflix.
The remake, well, not remake, but like
biographical movie with Eddie Murphy.
Yeah.
It's fucking delightful.
I hear. I don't have any experience with the original Dolomite, so
Neither do I.
Okay.
And it still fucking works. It's still like heartwarming.
All right.
Like,
but that stuff, his stuff on here, I think is like by far the most interesting thing. And even then, it still kind of goes on too much and kind of like overstays its welcome. But that's probably the funniest thing that they've done in a while, is just all the Dolomite stuff.
Yeah. There is something. As much as I would like to say that's the last funny track, there's one more coming up that just fucking destroyed me.
All right. So, yeah, it's like, this is the last album that I will find things to enjoy.
Really?
Yeah. Like, I mean, there's probably like a couple things here and there in the next couple, but like, this is the one where I was like, oh, this is all right. Oh, it's kind of a bummer by the end of it, but all right. The rest from here on out, it's like, I want to be done now. I want to be done.
Yeah, so you're on Team Luke too.
I believe I am.
Yeah.
From what I've learned today, yes. So if you're ready, let's move on.
I'm ready.
To 1996's Shake a Little Something.
Okay, man, are you ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Now, come on, now crank this motherfucker up.
I don't think this is a bad song. But then, like I said, this is why it's real turned up.
This is what I wrote for this song. Oh boy, we're fucking with music I actually hate at this point.
Yes.
This is, I can't. I got no dog in this fight.
They are drunk off Hoochie Mama, pretty much. This album is just a whole response to Hoochie Mama.
Yeah, it's like a year later, right?
Yeah.
Six from the bottom, six for the top. Show me a shot, let me see what you got. Rub that ass, then play with that clip. I'm still with that freaky shit. One time for the girls in Georgia, Detroit, Michigan, and Miami.
If I were to tell you, man, if I were to tell myself when I was like 12 years old, you're gonna listen to every album and they sound like this, I'll punch future me in the face. Like, how dare you say that would do that? I would never do that.
I mean, that's the...
All right, that's the song.
Okay.
Oh, boy.
So now it's Fresh Kid Ice, Brother Marquis, and Mr. Mix. They've said no more Luke. I think Fresh Kid Ice is the only consistent guy throughout.
Really?
Also, the genetics on that guy, he looks like half black, half Asian guy.
I'm so confused. Yeah,
this looks exactly that. Like, it's crazy.
Is he literally just half black, half Chinese? I'm assuming Chinese because of the lyric. Wow. Yeah, that's literally just an Asian guy with dark skin.
That's my first. If on a creative character, if someone said make a half Chinese, half black guy,
that's literally all you could do.
That's the first one I made.
Yeah,
that's the first one I made.
Just Ice from 2 Live Crew.
Yeah, Fresh Kid Ice.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so this is a bad album.
Dude. Table Dance.
Oh,
it sounds like they're going tab dance.
It does sound that way.
Is that a Pac-Man sample? I forget what video game.
Wait, put it. I mean, as much as I don't want to hit the song because I hate it, but
dude, it's gonna get stuck in your head. That one. Your bitch can't table dance. Your bitch can't table dance.
I want to punch everybody in the face who's singing on the song. Every person who's contributed to it.
Those vocals are annoying.
I hate it so much. It's so grating.
And then going back to the Chesterfield Island thing, you have the Bulldaggers Stole My Bitch.
Oh, yeah. I like that song. I mean, kind of. Like,
to me, it's too similar to
West Coast rap.
And similar to like, okay, it's not just a slur anymore. You're like,
they're being actual.
Yeah, it reminds me. What was that All song where they were complaining that they couldn't get laid because of gay people?
I don't remember, but I know it was the era of The Last Singer.
Yeah, so it's kind of it's in that same thing. Whatever.
So that with that song. This is the main takeaway I got from the whole album, but I first noticed it on that song. This is where they're doing the Miami thing. They're doing the party rap, high energy thing. And then now they're somehow trying to do the 90s West Coast gangster rap.
Yes, you can feel it a lot on this album.
Yeah, it's like, are you just trying to rip off the Chronic era Dre now? Like, I'm confused. Like, you don't do this and you're not that good at this. Why are you doing this? It's 1996. What the fuck's happening?
Yeah, specifically Savage in the Sack and PSK 95. Those are the most West Coast G-Funk songs.
For sure.
The only reason this dodged a bullet is because it's got the track Skeeta Man. Dude. That song.
It's all right, man. It's all right.
They say, people think of the Yin Yang Twins with the term skeet. Not that they invented it, because they didn't. But like they helped popularize it, and they did. But this fucking song, every other word is skeet.
It's true.
It was one of those things where I wasn't even laughing, but then it was this like, I'm got to play a little bit of it.
Here we go.
Yeah. Also, that weird, nice piano sample that comes in later.
I don't recall.
Oh, it's a harp. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It ain't good to masturbate. Hope I let you
It's not good to masturbate.
If you say you'll be my bitch, you'll be proud to be my hoe. I take you everywhere.
I'm sure it's a synth. I'm sure it's a synth like a fake harp.
Yeah, I'm the one that had you sprung.
Yeah, it's a good song. Yeah.
Keep them jaws, keep them draws, pull it out and skeet the wall. When I skeet is when you suck. All you have to do is believe, and the skeet will set you free.
The skeet will set you free. The skeet will set you free.
Dude, it's like what Spice is in Dune. It's everything.
Yeah, oh my god.
For that, the people looking for the Venn diagram of Dune fans and Two Live.
I did not get the reference, but I'm appreciative that you went there.
Yeah, Spice is it's like fossil fuel and a drug.
Oh.
And all the like kingdoms are fighting to control the spice.
Just like Skeet.
Yeah, just like Skeet.
Amazing.
The Skeet melange.
So here we got okay. Oh boy. There's Jam Session 1. It's like setting you up for the sequel before there's even a sequel. It's like Jam Session 1. Oh, really? You're already planning ahead?
All right, dude.
It's your extended universe mapped out already.
They're the Kevin Feige's of hip hop.
It's awful. I hate it. And also, might as well mention it. Megamix 6.
We're on Megamix 6.
So we didn't mention it. Last album was the reboot. It was just Megamix. Yeah. It was just Megamix. Mm-hmm. None of that. No. It's the gritty reboot.
Didn't work.
No. So they went back and made a sequel.
It's still exhausting.
Still blows. When we get them hoes, again, not for me. It was just a bummer. Like, I feel they're leaning in so hard to this Miami style that I really I can't find anything about it to enjoy. Mm-hmm. And then the things I do enjoy are the things that sound more like West Coast hip hop, and I don't even like them as 2 Live songs because they sound like
that's like not who they.
Yeah, it's unoriginal. It sounds like they're just copying them. Mm-hmm. There's nothing authentic about it. So the things I do like on here are just like they have like huge asterisks next to it.
You bitch can't table dance.
Can't table dance, dude. Can't not table dance. Yeah,
and then
can't imagine
more sequels. Another Pussy Caper.
Oh, how could I forget?
Yeah. Again, I wanted to like it. I love the title. It's just.
I mean, I appreciate that it's not called Pussy Caper 2. They
went like a Western or Kung Fu route.
They did. Yeah.
Wouldn't it be funny on the next album? It was like the son of the Pussy Caper.
That's a very Frank Zappa thing too. Yeah, super Frank Zappa thing to do. Yeah, it's long. It does nothing with any of that length. It's just
basically just get yourself to the title track and Skeeta Man and get out
and get the hell out. Although I don't mind Caper Reprise because it uses the little melody of Pussy Caper. Mm-hmm. But no lyrics. It's just relaxing. It's fine. It's just like a cool background thing. It ends the album with it. I think it does. And it's like, again, it sounds nothing like 2 Live Crew. It doesn't even sound like anything on the album. It's just like a novel. Okay, I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
But other than that, let's please move on
to the next one.
The last one.
We did it.
Dude, the relief that I'm feeling right now, having done this band already, because it was so hard to get through.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
It was a delight. Retrospectively, and this is going to be one of the funnest episodes to put out.
Dude,
the homework was such a fucking nightmare.
I should have said this at the beginning. I need this to be like one of our most listened to.
Share this
episode.
Not with the actual members of 2 Live Crew, please don't.
I don't care. You can I would love for Luther Campbell to hear this.
You know, I wouldn't mind that either. But okay, we still have one more, even though we're already like saying our thanks and accepting our awards. Here we are, 1998, the real one.
I love my music, my nasty music.
Which is funny. Because now it's this Fresh Kid Ice and Brother Marquis.
I love it. Please don't take my 2 Live away.
What a great intro.
Dude, when you're hyping people up and rolling R's and you aren't Hispanic.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Yeah. You're plenty of ethnic minority groups, but none of them are Hispanic.
Which is amazing for being from Miami.
And it is actually.
I think there's some good funk music mixed in here.
I don't mind the song so much. It's fun. I still hate the style, but it's not a bad song. Good. I like the horn samples.
Yeah,
especially.
I wouldn't think it mixed well with the Miami bass sound, but it does.
Not bad. Okay, so here we go.
So this is my least favorite.
Worst and least favorite. This is,
I think, unlike you, I'm assuming unlike you, I think this is a listenable album. Mm-hmm. It's fine, but there's just nothing memorable here. I mean, we've been beating a dead horse for a while, but now it's like, okay, guys, walk away from it. There's not, any soul or energy left.
Unlistenable. Garbage.
There it is.
This is utter trash. This broke my soul in twain, dude. I am broken after this album.
It also broke me, but just because no human being is meant to listen to the whole 2 Live Crew discography.
To be fair, we did do this to ourselves. It's not very fair to the band. But, okay, how is this album this long when essentially nothing happens?
Yes.
What are these songs? What's happening? And nothing is happening in them.
I think because they have a lot of guest artists to Live Party, continuing, more of the funky theme. You got Casey from Casey and the Sunshine Band on there. Okay song. The title-ish track or the real one.
The real one.
I didn't even realize Ice-T was on there. I had to go back and re-listen to it.
I saw that Ice-T was on there. I couldn't believe it because that whole song sounds like a really bad Tupac ripoff. Like even the vocals sound like where it's like the lower kind of like guttural whatever vocal style. So that was odd to me, and it's like again,
that's how I felt with Ride With Me. That is more Tupac than the other one. I kind of like it as a trashy song, but honestly, who am I kidding? I'm not going to throw it on.
No, but you're totally right. Like the same vocal thing, the same Tupac-ness is in Ride With Me. That's the closest I think that this album gets to
enjoying it,
to being kind of good. But even then, it's still like over 6 minutes long. Like,
there's a million people on that song. So many people rapping on that song.
Freako is extremely funky, and even then, I still hate it. Okay, so here's the thing. Like, I just have a bunch of songs that
almost. Oh no, hour 10 minutes. Yeah,
it's long. It's
fucking long.
It's second longest album, right underneath the double album. I have like just a bunch of songs in here that I wrote. I was like, oh yeah, I hate this one. I hate this song. This is bad. Why is this song here? This doesn't make any sense. And then it got to a point where I just wrote, if I find anything good about this, I'll write it. Until then, just assume it's horrendous. And then I had to stop myself and say, I can't hold my tongue. Show You a Shot is so fucking bad. I had to note it.
Yeah.
And then Call Me came on, which might be worse than Show You a Shot. Like, it just kept getting worse and worse and worse.
Pour on top of Old Rachel or Rochelle, just sandwiched between.
Well, which one?
It's called On Top of Old Rochelle. It's a sandwich between Mike's least favorite 2 Live Crew songs. Yeah. I thought maybe iPoppy would be good because Mama Lopinga is awesome, but no.
Dude,
so no Mama Lopinga.
The main riff is just they stole the riff to Owner of a Lonely Heart. It's not a sample. Again, they just took it and kind of they took it and then added Spanish guitars, and then it proceeds to be awful. Just oh my god, this I wrote this down, and I know it seems silly, but this is how bad it's gotten. This album has zero artistic integrity, and this is for a band that is 2 Live Crew. Even for their standards, this one is like, oh, what happened to their integrity? What happened to their personality and entire thing? What happened, guys? What?
You look like you're having fun there, but
that's a different cover than the streaming version too.
Oh yeah, this is like the clean one.
I couldn't find the other cover.
And then the dirty one with the strippers.
The one with the strippers looks like a really bad bachelor party photo.
That white lady stripper looks haggard.
Well, I don't know too much better themselves, honestly.
I don't know where that woman is now. I hope you're doing well, but
oh boy,
you look rough on that album cover. So I think the thing that kind of encompasses or like sums up this album is Shake Your Pants, where you listen to it and you're like, there's not really anything wrong with it. But then you're like, something's off. It's like eating an Impossible burger. It seems fine, but something's missing.
Yeah, you're being lied to. But so another thing about this one kind of makes it more of you. I hate to use words like unique because I don't want to give you the impression that it's good. It's not unique in a good way. It's unique in a bad way. Female R&B vocals.
Oh yeah.
All over the place, and they're bad.
Yeah.
They're real bad.
Yeah, there's probably a reason they stayed away from it for so long.
I've not, no, that's not true. I've heard a few instances where I'm like, that works. Like with Biggie and stuff, like that really works. But it seems like, hey, we haven't done this. Let's try it. It's like, you are not at the stage of experimentation, my friends. You are at the end of your career.
Speaking of experimentation, are those fucking kazoos on Come On, Get Up and Dance?
Oh, I didn't catch that.
I mean,
I hate the song, but I want to hear some kazoos.
Got him. I don't know, but it sounds stupid, right? They're harmonized. Fuck, this album is so... Oh, it's so bad. It's so bad. Oh my god.
Oh yeah. I will say there are things like Raise the Roof. This is too poppy for me.
I just hate it. There's nothing. I can't say anything good. I just can't.
So everyone would go their separate ways. I think at a certain point, Fresh Kid Ice and Brother Marquise tried to get the band back together. They didn't want to, so it's just the two of them until 2010. All four of them, one-off show. And it stayed that way for another 5 years.
Ah, really?
2015, which I'm never going to forgive myself for not attending. Oh. They did a series of concerts.
Really?
And then that was it. And then Fresh Kid Ice died in 2017.
I didn't know that.
At 53. Cirrhosis of the liver. Caused by smoking, drinking, and the Hep C.
Living the life that he lived.
Yes, way too young. It's not young,
no,
but it's young
old
for dying. Yeah,
to die from a lifestyle. It's like, Jesus Christ.
So yeah,
it was real.
Yeah, if I could go back, tell myself to go watch 2 Live Crew 2015.
That would have been interesting.
I would have done it.
But oh my god, what an exhausting.
We did it.
We did it.
Fucking did it.
Crazy band.
I'm so happy. It was exhausting.
Yeah.
Truly a labor of love, this episode.
Dude, no fucking kidding. Like, yeah, this is I'm gonna remember this episode for a long time.
Dude. What started off as a joke, much like their career, I feel like.
Yeah.
Started off as a joke, got turned into a super serious issue.
Yeah.
Way in over our heads.
Incredibly. But let us recap.
Best personal favorite is Nasty as They Want to Be. Worst band in the USA. Least favorite, The Real One.
Best personal favorite, Sports Weekend, as Nasty as They Want to Be Part 2. And worst, least favorite, The Real One. And this is possibly the worst of the worst of the whole year for me. Like, I think
I don't think I would.
Really?
Yeah.
I think for like the year end episode, we might do like another recap of like the episodes that we've done and like what we our best of the best, worst of the worst. This might be, like I didn't think it would come this late in the year. We're like, oh boy,
it's real fresh in your memory though.
It really is. But thank you so much for listening and watching. Please subscribe on youtube.com/everyalbumever, as well as Apple Podcasts, Spotify, the usual. Follow me on Instagram at Pope Jesse Ventura and Alex at
Mother Puncture.
And check out the 2 Live Crew playlist on Spotify.
Which I apologize in advance for. It's already out of...
It's massive?
When you listen to it, no, it's like probably 80% me.
Okay, no, I know.
80% my
Good.
fix.
You bailed me out on that one. There should be a link in the description of wherever you're listening or watching, as well as everyalbumever.com, where we got playlists for all the episodes. And
last but not least, Patreon. If you want to support us, patreon.com/everyalbumever. Bonus episodes, early access to stuff, other perks, jumping the line if you want to request an artist, all that stuff. Okay. Last song. Tell me you got something in mind.
I do. And I'm sorry to do this to you. But because this felt like a gem and I was entertained by it, I'm going to send us out with the fuck shop.
Thanks so much for listening, everybody. See ya.